Hello, so here we go again. Right, this is about the third attempt at this video. I've literally swapped to the other half's phone at this point because mine just wasn't playing ball. But here we are. I've got my Bachmann Class 177 in, not 177, 117 in Network Southeast livery there, all chipped and running. Really nice bit of kit, going around really smoothly, flying over points like you wouldn't know. Been really enjoying using that for the last hour or so. I thought tonight what I'd do is give you a little bit of a layout tour. Now, again, due to my very, should we say, early doors camera skills, I'm literally going to have to pick the phone up off the tripod and freehand it round just to give you a little bit of an idea about what's on the layout and what I intend to do for the future. It's not going to be one of those layouts that's absolutely jam-packed with scenery. I very much like to play trains, have nice little shunting areas and get trains running over points and changing junctions and whatnot. You know, that's very much me. Nothing but appreciation for people who have got very scenic layouts, but I don't have the modelling skills or the ability to create something like that. So probably going to keep this fairly rudimentary at this point, but you know, I did also say that I'd never go DCC and definitely never do sound. Of course I have both now, so there we are. So what we do is I think we'll start from what will be eventually my station area and work our way round. I'm going to pop you off the tripod. So the last time I did this I turned my phone off and lost everything. So here we go. So this will eventually be a proper station, I hope. Very loosely based on a station I used to hang around at a lot as a kid called Oakley Park in North London. It had there's a big tunnel, I think it's called Barnet Tunnel, just up the road from the station, or just up the rails from the station, that also had a bridge that I'm loosely trying to represent here with this tunnel. I'm hoping to maybe get some 3D printed tunnel mouths for it at some point. Obviously this area also still needs ballasting. And again, the platform's fairly rudimentary at present, but I'm hoping to build a nice bridge with a laser cut kit that I got from that good man Mr. Watson at New Junction. Although I'll probably make a pig's ear of that as well and need a second one, but we'll see how I go. So yeah, we've got two platforms, two fast lines in the middle and the slow lines on the outside, very much going for the East Coast mainline approach to directions on this. So I haven't fully decided what I'm going to do with this yet. I'm toying with the idea of possibly doing some inclined grass bank going up towards the top area there. You know, standard model railway room dumping ground. I'm afraid that is the worst bit, as long as you don't look under the boards. But that is eventually going to be a scenic area there. Anyway, coming round from that, we'll then go into the first junction, which I haven't given a name yet. Could well be Blind Junction for obvious reasons. But that's a nice little junction between three of the main running lines. And there is also this point here that goes onto the fourth running line as well as you go around. On the inside line, it also drops down into my little sidings and shunting area. I'll start there first. So I've got 4 tracks here. The top one in the picture at the moment is the one I can fit the most. I can generally fit 5 coaches in there, or 4 on some of my EMUs. I've got the third one there's not too bad. I can fit a reasonable length train in there. Then I've got 2 smaller ones here which I tend to put either short units or locos in, as demonstrated by this fine lot down there. That's my new Hornby 56 I got the other day. So far so good with that. Lovely little thing. That's my little Bachmann 08. My Helgen 86. Also in Network Southeast, which is apparently the thing today. And one of the old Thumper units I've got there from Bachmann as well, which again, nice little train that. Anyway, I digress. So, yeah, so those lines there join that inside running line, which obviously there's the throat to the yardy bit there, the junction. You've then got another point which leads into what I'm loosely calling the TMD, which is this bit over here. Obviously, so far I've only got my little Bachmann, I don't know what you call it, Bachmann depot building here, with two main lines running through that, and I've got one longer siding that goes down the back of that all the way around there that again I can fit a train into quite well. I've got a small spur here, like a head shunt that goes past the fueling depot or fueling unit just up to this little siding here. Can fit a couple of bits down there as well, makes for a bit more interest on the layout. And then again that inside line then goes up an incline up towards the other side of the tunnel. We're loosely calling this one box tunnel as well, because basically before this was built I had an upturned cardboard box with some Accurus scale inner boxes as a kind of bridge supports on the side. So yeah, much to the amusement of again Mr. Watson from New Junction. So on the outer line I've got this one just goes downhill slightly into this small tunnel, which then opens up into, I don't really want to call it a fiddle yard because it's quite far away from this side, and I'd have to bend over a lot to fiddles with stuff there. But it's a good few sidings. I've got two terminating sidings, as you can tell from the. Oh no, that's completely come off. That'll need to be put on later. But yeah, from the sidings there, I can fit all my longer trains in there, and that's quite a long container train I've got at the back. But three of these lines are through lines, and they all go into that tunnel and then just come out as the one. And then we're back round to box tunnel again. Then obviously just over the top here you've got just the four main running lines. There's no more point work or anything there at this point. So the plans are station this end with some kind of possible blending into a scenic area on top of box tunnel. Making this look a little bit more depot stabling area like in this bit here. I would like to get some sort of retaining wall or something to go to cover this side down there, but equally I don't want to just use the same boring thing the whole way down. I want to try and make that look, you know, vaguely urban and much like some of the sort of inner London lines around town. So yeah, don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. Probably going to take some advice. Yeah, and then in the other corner is another opportunity. Excuse the old Thomas the Tank Engine books and stuff there I've got to do something with. Yeah, another opportunity there, one of the few for some more scenics in here. So again, possibly some sort of towny scene, or I might make that a bit more of a greener scene. I would like to do along here just a small grass bank up to the scenic area, and that would probably be my first foray into doing some sort of banking. And I recently got a pack of bits and bobs from Rail Stuff at Model World Live in order for me to be able to do that. So yeah, watch this space for progress. I'm sure that's going to be a laugh. But there, in general, the rest of the room, I've got my pictures I got these from Etsy once. I think my other half spotted them and said, is this something you'd like? I went, yeah, they look quite good. So yeah, they look good around here. I've got a picture my granddad did for me when I was little. Obviously got pride of place there. I think he actually copied that from a postcard or something, but the paint, it is an oil painting that he did by hand, and yeah, it's very good, bless him. Yeah, and then obviously got me, you know, Man Cave Boys Toys big TV. Actually stole the one from downstairs at this point and gave me an excuse to buy an even bigger one for the living room. But yeah, this one is now up here for all my films, or obviously, as you can see, streaming my Z21 if need be. Yeah, so I make no bones about it. I didn't build this layout. It was kind of my idea, loosely translated by someone who actually knows what they're doing. My mate Steve, who's done all the wiring and all the track work for me here, and built the baseboards to a really good degree. I've literally had no problems with it at all. The only one I have had is I've got a broken point down here at the moment. Purely broken by me when I was trying to ballast it. And again, you can see that's been done very amateurishly too. So that's also going to be another work in progress to top that up. Yeah, but that's kind of where we are at this stage. here I am again now. God, that's nearly 10 minutes of me waffling, so I don't think I'm going to subject you to much more than that. That's where I'm at currently. As I say, I want to do plenty of running videos and, you know, playing trains and stuff like that. But that's the layout overview at the moment. I'm sure I could have done that a lot better, and maybe in the future I'll do one when I've got a bit more idea what I'm doing with the camera. But yeah, that is the train room so far. So appreciate you watching these. I've actually had a surprising amount of interest, to be fair, since I've put this first video out today and started making my own little Instagram channel and things on YouTube. So yeah, fingers crossed it, you know, takes up a little bit. Really appreciate people's comments and input on the railway, because as I say, I've full of great ideas that have no practical application to make any of it happen. So feel free to comment and tell me where I'm going wrong, or just if you want to call me names and abuse me, that's also absolutely fine. So yeah, cool. Thanks again for watching this. If you've made it to this point, you truly do deserve a medal. Good effort. Speak to you soon.